The lights went out at the opening round of the Supermoto World Championship at Rivesaltes in France, and it was a drag race to turn one between Ivan Lazzarini and Thomas Scherer, but it was Scherer, number 4, who led the way from Adrien Scherer, who found his way into second after passing Lazzarini at the start of lap 2. And that's pretty much how it stayed at the front end, with Thomas Scherer leading the way on the number 4 TM Factory Racing machine. Number 5, Adrien Scherer on the fast wheels of Aprilia was in second. Lazzarini on the L30 Honda Racing was in third, and Manu Hermanen 131 on the SHR TM was having a battle from a poor start outside of the top 7 on the opening lap. Behind them was Sylvain Bidart and Thomas Travnicek, who were having their own little battle as well, but there was a freight train of riders just behind them, all fighting over 7th, that involved Angel Karanyatov and Christian Rivaglia and Pavel Kamar and a few more. But Lazzarini, in the midpoint of the race, started to come under pressure on that number 30 Honda, as the 131 of Manu Hermanen in 4th place was looking to find a way through all the time. This guy here, number 4, Thomas Scherer, was just pulling out a distance over everybody else on the all-new factory TM. He was a winner at the French Championship round here a week ago, was Thomas Scherer. So picking up from where he left off. Remember, he crashed at this venue in 2013 and wasn't able to do enough to win the World Championship. Of course, that went to Manu Hermanen, but Thomas Travnicek and Sylvain Bidart, they were battling over 5th and 6th position. Bidart had the advantage, and then Travnicek took it over for a few laps in the middle of the race, as Christian Rivaglia also fought his way through to an eventual 7th place in race 1. But Thomas Scherer, though, was victorious in race 1. Adrien Scherer 2nd, Manu Hermanen was 3rd. Lazzarini 4th, Bidart 5th. In race 2, the skies were starting to get a little bit darker above this Rivesaltes circuit, but it didn't stop Thomas Scherer charging down into turn 1 ahead of his brother Adrien Scherer. Sylvain Bidart was 3rd, Lazzarini 4th. Lucas Holbacher made a good start in 5th ahead of Pavel Kamar, and Manu Hermanen down in 7th position. That's how it was on the opening lap. But once again, Thomas Scherer well and truly in the driving seat, as Adrien Scherer tried to keep him in sight just a little bit longer this time. Bidart 3rd, Lazzarini 4th, Lucas Holbacher there, number 72, in 5th position, perfectly placed and possibly higher up the order than he'd been previously. Manu Hermanen started his charge through the field. First, he tried to find a way up the inside of Lucas Holbacher, but wasn't able to do so initially, as Bidart started to drop a little bit further back, but he was on the charge all the same. Battle between Bidart and Holbacher here, as Holbacher went through into 4th. Then he went after Manu Hermanen and Ivan Lazzarini. Manu Hermanen having a great ride in the midpoint of the race, trying to close down Thomas Scherer and Adrien Scherer, who continued to lead what was a 14-lap race in race 1 and planned to go the distance in race 2. But as you can see on board, the rain started to fall in the closing stages of the race. The circuit starting to get a little bit greasy out on track. Manu Hermanen made a mistake, so too did Holbacher. That crashed him out of 3rd place, handing 3rd back to Lazzarini, 4th back to Manu Hermanen. And on the final lap, Manu Hermanen was able to find a way through as the circuit conditions became even more slippery. Bidart went out of the running from 5th down to 8th place. That's where he would stay, but Thomas Scherer came over the line eventually to a checkered flag instead of a red flag, but went on to win the race, a race that was a lap short. So he won 2 races, Adrien Scherer 2 seconds, Manu Hermanen 2 thirds. And here's what Thomas Scherer had to say.
De bonnes courses, j'ai fait 2 bons départs, ça m'a
Did a really good race, 2 fast starts, that helped me take the win. It's fantastic to win here in front of my home fans. This winter I trained well, better than last year when I was injured, so things have changed. I want to be more consistent in the results and I feel like I'm riding at 100% now.
Donc de suite, ça change les choses et maintenant on va essayer de garder cette plaque rouge jusqu'au bout.